bugging out or bugging in? We previously discussed during an SHTF, should you leave the city or should you stay? We previously discussed how fast can you bug out. Now we're going to discuss, should you bug out or should you stay? It really depends on your location. It truly depends. And I always go to the whole location thing. And I said to y'all in previous videos, should you leave the city? Again, location. And in that video, I specifically said depends on the event. Very important. The event will definitely dictate, even more so than the location, whether you need to leave the city or not, or to bug out or to stay, and how fast you can do it. Some videos that I recommend y'all to go see it. The previous videos. This conversation is getting good. But now let's discuss bugging out or staying. For the sake of argument, let's say that you live in the city. It's for the sake of argument because everybody bashes on the city. In your apartment, you are well set, meaning that you have enough food there to last you for a while. You were smart enough to make sure that you have ways to dispose your fecal matter or your waste. And you were smart enough that you put enough water away to last you for a while, right? And you also created ways to grow a little bit of food inside your apartment via hydroponics, because you have windows that get a lot of sunshine, and you put solar panels in those windows, and you're utilizing free energy to grow a little bit of food. Not a whole bunch, but a little bit. And if you were on top of things, you created yourself an aquaponic system, meaning you have you growing on top, you have fish, and then you have the water feeding and whatnot. That is a very good system. So you good, right? You set for 3 months. Let's give you 3 months. You have enough water for 3 months. Ways to filter your water. You have a rain catchment system, because when you got your apartment, you made sure to you have access to the roof, and you got all of that good stuff, right? Okay. So you semi okay in an apartment. If something comes your way, if you are okay, you are prepared, even if you live in the city. To me, depending on the event, it will make no sense whatsoever to bug out. No sense whatsoever, because you are prepared. You have your food, you're growing a little bit of food, you have power, you have water, you have way to dispose, waste. So you're good. You also were vigilant enough that you stock away enough 22s, enough that it will last you for the next 10 years. Or you have 10,000 rounds of 22, which really doesn't take a whole bunch of space. Take, for example, this right here, and this is not this. I mean, there's waste space in there. But right there, I have 8 boxes of 22 CCI quiet, and that is 1,600 rounds in there. I show you all in here that you can put away 10,000 rounds really easy with this. I mean, 2 of this is 1,000 rounds. So, yes, you can definitely put away. And the thing is that even in your apartment, you are protected, because you got yourself a sidearm which uses the same ammunition as your rifle, that you put in a scope, not an expensive scope, but a decent scope that it will get the job done. So you I think you're good. If you have to defend yourself at 22, we'll help you. And you may not have to worry about overpenetration. And of course, you're not going to have to worry about getting a concussion because of the sound waves reverberating on the walls. Something to consider. 22, because you're in the city, because you really are prepared, and depending on the event, you really don't have to go anywhere. You really just don't. You have food for 3 months, you have ways to filter your water, you're prepared. Again, it all depends on the event. Hurricane, I wouldn't go anywhere. I didn't when I lived in Miami. I just didn't. Turmoil, say for example that we have riots on the streets and whatnot. Well, for 3 months you don't have to worry about it much. You can stay put. But let's say that you are not prepared. That you do not have food for 3 months. So you do not have water for 3 months. You don't have hydroponic or aquaponics or anything to grow anything. And you just don't have more than 3 days of food. Like a lot of people. It all depends on the event. But you are now more tethered to the systems. You are now really dependent on the electric company, more dependent on Walmart or any other grocery store. You are extremely dependent. So once you run out of food, you have no choice but to go elsewhere unless everything is restored within 3 days or within a week. Just give you a week. Let's give you a week. If it extends longer than that, then that is a problem. So if you are not prepared, you really have to have a bug out plan, more so than those who are prepared. More so. The problem is that because you are not prepared, most likely you do not have a bug out plan. Because if you couldn't prepare the other way, just to be able to stay in instead of bugging out, it goes to reason that you're not even going to have a bug out bag, or you're not going to have a tool to protect yourself, or anything. You're most likely just going to have to bug out. The problem is that you're going to go with the masses, and there's going to be some turmoil. Again, depends on the situation, depends on the event. But the issue here that a lot of folks don't understand is that when people leave, whatever they leave behind, that has been forfeit by default. Meaning that people can go in and take whatever. Those who don't prepare probably focus more on the luxury and whatnot of, the big TVs and this and that. Those who prepare focus more on the practicality of things. Here's something to consider too. If you are prepared and you decide to stay in, does not mean that you will not bug out. Remember, you are set for 3 months. And those who are not prepared were not set at all. So those who were not prepared needed to bug out earlier, right? So after that, 2.5 months pass, and nothing had come to it. Nothing has been fixed or anything. So now supplies run out. Now you have to bug out. But see it from this perspective. By now, 2.5 months later, all of those who bug out early, all of those who were not prepared, most likely are not longer there. So the world will be safer for you because you were smart enough to give yourself a 3-month grace in order to thin the herd. Meaning that when you leave, because you have no other choice, you're going to encounter a lot less people. So at the end of the day, it pays to be prepared, because bugging in will be beneficial for you if you have preparations. All the things that I mentioned. If you don't have preparations, you will have to bug out. earlier. You see what I'm saying? But it probably will put you in harm's way that I would say a significant number will not survive if things go really, really bad. You, on the other hand, once you bug out, you at least will not have to encounter the masses. At least that's the way I see it. The SHTF itself, if it's bad enough, will thin out the herd. And now when you leave, you won't have to deal with so many people. Probably will not be able to see that many animals either, because they will just decimate the animal population. But hopefully it will be better off for you. At the end of the day, it still will give you a 3 month advantage over the rest of them. Now, once you leave, my question to you is, what is in your bug out bag? And do you have a location? Because that's something too. What will you carry if you had to bug out? Better yet, what is your bug out loadout? That we should discuss in the next video. With that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I hope to see you in the next one.